Hi Leo, thank you for joining me. I hope you guys are well. I have a reading for you for the Pisces season. February the 19th all the way through to March the 20th. So we've got this new moon in Pisces happening on the 6th. A big moon, I think, for you guys to indulge in a little bit of self-care. I think Leo's been doing this fabulous thing where they've really kept their head down and just been working on life, doing their thing, and it's brilliant. Like, this will just give you an opportunity. This new moon will give you an opportunity to improve on critical thinking, and maybe pick up the pace in terms of the things that you've planted the seeds on, the things that you've been planning to do, the things that you've wanted to do. Let me grab your cards. Got my own little lion here today, keeping me company for these readings. Right, I will go through the cards and I will, go through them. So I've got the Fool card. I have the 8 of Wands. I have the Lovely Sun card. I have the Empress. I have the 9 of Wands. And I have the Hierophant. Okay, right. So, Mercury goes into Pisces. You guys have got to bear in mind that this is like a really highly intuitive time. This is a time where emotions can really take over. With the Fool card here, I want to say that you are given an opportunity after a lot of struggle, strife, putting building your foundations, getting yourself involved in projects that feel authentic to you. So it's not just like struggle without any results. I think this new moon will give you the opportunity to really begin to see that your efforts weren't in vain. And I think that you already know that. Venus has gone into Aquarius, so I think this will give you a new revival, like a lease of life, a reason why you've been doing stuff. It is being just on that plane where you're confident enough to know that what you're doing is being blessed. It is being given everything that it needs in order to work, in order to thrive, okay? And as long as you can maintain the nonchalant kind of fluidity that Pisces generally is, they're not very rooted to things. They can go with the flow. They know how to work with the ebbs and flows of life, but can actually go all the way down to the depths of the ocean too. So think of projects that you may have been working on. I think you will definitely see that this season brings a lot of abundance in regards to those things that you've been working on. Now, I've got these cards here, and it's quite interesting the sequence that it's in. So I've got the Empress, the 9 of Wands, and the Hierophant. This is fertility. This is creation. This is getting involved in doing things that will become fruitful after a period of accumulating skill sets to be able to make it work. With the Hierophant here, this naturally being quite a spiritual time, I think you are going to find that in terms of work and in terms of things that have felt quite burdensome, if you are to really crank it up and take it to the next level, if you are to work on your chi, if you are to, take a little bit of kindness and understanding towards yourself, it does. This is very much a work-oriented reading. But what may have felt quite constricting and suffocating, and I think under the influence of Pisces season, it gives you a new opportunity to just be a little bit more empathic towards the work that you're doing, if not just towards yourself. Give yourself a bit of an emotional retreat also, I want to say. This isn't necessarily a card of isolation, but I think it gives your daily life a sort of nudge. It gives you that new approach to things. Pisceans are very idealistic. They like to do things very in a not just a conscious state of mind, but a spiritual state of mind, like elevating beyond what is just here in front of us. Work, try not to let it get too overbearing and too burdensome for you, because you know you are really sowing seeds right now, Leo, and it is quite important that you maintain the consistency, maintain the positivity, that whatever you're doing now you can manifest into existence with this fruition card, with this fertility card, because you've got what you need. Like, you've shown up in your own reading, you've got what you need in order to grow. All of the bits, all of the things that you need to expand this, you know, creative venture, I want to say, really is now depending on your own confidence. You've literally got everything here to make it work, and I think whatever you plan to do, however you plan to go about it, do try and take the edge of it off of it by looking at it as a burden, looking at it as a chore, looking at it as something that is too much. So I've been using the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hart. I really like this deck. I've been using this for the Pisces season readings. And the card I've pulled for you guys is Recovery. Now, do you see here how the Spirit holds a key? And you've got people sort of looking in with astonishment, almost as if, voila, like the pennies dropped. Show yourself a bit of harmony. Show yourself a bit of empathy. Show yourself a bit of compassion. Daily life and daily work life looks 100% set to improve. But where there's all these wands and where there's all this like creation, all this dynamic, you know, working towards making things succeed, quite an emotional time, don't let it get the better of you. Give yourself the opportunity to rest and recuperate as and when you need to do so. And I think it's in this that you really find the nourishment that you need. You really find the spirit of creation in what you need. And Leo, I think if you are to just continue the way that you're doing, you've got a lot of intuition coming through this season. You've got a lot of like, you've got a different understanding, a different spiritual approach that you can take to things. Keep up the hard work, but I think just have a bit more faith. Have a bit more faith in yourself, trust yourself a little bit more, and rest, Leo. If you need to overcome situations that you may have found to be quite if there's something, I don't know where this is coming from, but if you feel like there's something you need to get over, a hurt, a heartache, a disappointment, I think this season really gives you a bit of an opportunity to just open up, say whatever needs to be said, remain as, you know, diplomatic as you possibly can, but in a water season, I won't begrudge you if you can't. But I think there are things that you might need to let go of now, and I think it might be worth doing. It really, really might be worth just addressing them, looking at the things that you know have caused you to pull back a little bit, addressing them, looking at them, seeing what it is that you can do to overcome them now. And in terms of a soul journey, it is always really important, I think, to give yourself a chance by taking a rest, pulling back when you need to. And yes, it can become quite exhausting being thrown into work and thrown into like the unsureties of, is this worth it, is it working, is it not working, all of that kind of stuff. But I think the real key element, and if you are feeling a little bit tired, if you are feeling as if you need if you need to pull back, Leo, I think it's quite important that you do this season. But other than that, man, your confidence, you just need to work on your confidence. You've got such a fantastic reading. I want to suggest to you guys, I see 2 wands cards here, and just during this reading, I gravitated towards some blue calcite. Blue calcite is fantastic for the throat chakra. It's also very good for third eye meditation. It is one that helps dissolve tensions and knots, like problems that become tense. It helps release those sort of things. So grab a piece of blue calcite. I personally love blue calcite. Keep it in your pocket, put it in your bed, put it on your throat chakra. It can help you speak a few things into, it can help you speak your truth. So if you feel like there are things that need to be said, maybe meditate with a piece of this. And yes, I hope you enjoyed that, Leo. You can get in touch with me on www.rubyreadstarot.com, and you can book a reading there. You can become a member, which is always good, and follow me on Instagram as well, Ruby Reads Tarot. Hope you guys have a lovely season. I shall catch you again soon.